Aber Vater, ich hätte mir nie gedacht, dass das so grausam ist. Ich habe mir immer gedacht, ja, also, ja, ich will auch für die anderen Leute, damit die nicht näher kommen und so. Aber dass das dann so schlimm ist und so grausam und so furchtbar, nee.
Die müssen in eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet werden, die dürfen nicht auf die anderen Universitäten. Kapiert?
Was der Sascha etwas gesagt?
Oh, weil das, weil.
Weil der Teufel größere Macht.
Bonn, August 7th. After an agonizing ritual that might have come from the movie The Exorcist, a 22-year-old West German woman, possessed by demons according to her priests, died of undernourishment July 1st. The case has stirred many religious passions in this half-Protestant, half-Roman Catholic country. Yesterday, the district attorney of Aschaffenburg announced that he was investigating 4 criminal complaints against Dr. Joseph Stangl, the Catholic bishop of the diocese involved. The bishop's office authorized the exorcism, the prosecutor said. The investigation is to determine whether criminal negligence contributed to the death of the woman, who lived in the Catholic village of Klinenberg. Exorcism, according to the church's Rituale Romanum, which first appeared in 161-1, is a religious ceremony to drive out devils or evil spirits from the body of an afflicted person, usually by the repetition of a holy name or prayer, or a gesture such as the display of a crucifix. May be widespread. That exorcism even existed in West Germany was unknown until the death of Anneliese Michel, a student teacher. But according to some reports after this case, exorcism may be almost commonplace. The bishop was unavailable for comment this weekend, but some details of Miss Michel's case have become known. The woman, who was described as religious and sensitive, was a teaching student at the University of Würzburg and was living in a dormitory there when she began showing signs of abnormal behavior 3 years ago. She refused to eat and started losing weight rapidly. Then she began having fits of violence, striking wildly at the people around her and screaming, according to the district attorney's report. Jesuit called in. In November 1973, her parents, who own a sawmill in Klinenberg, brought her home for an examination by their parish priest. He concluded that she was possessed by demons. As church rules require, he called in an exorcism expert, a Jesuit priest named Adolf Rodwick, for a detailed investigation. Father Rodwick is 81 years old. His report to Bishop Stargel recommended an exorcism, and the bishop authorized one in September 1975, according to District Attorney Karl Stenger. 2 exorcists from the diocese, the Reverend Arnold Renz and the Reverend Ernst Alt, were employed. Their sessions with Miss Michel were recorded on 43 tape cassettes. There were no witnesses other than Miss Michel's parents, the district attorney said. He seized the tapes for the investigation, but one of the 2 exorcists, Father Renz, made copies and played excerpts from them to an interviewer on German television this week. On the tapes, as played on the program, Miss Michel's voice was harsh and distorted, much like the voice of the possessed child in the movie The Exorcist, which has been showing in West Germany for the last 2 years, as if another person were speaking from within her. Father Renz identified the voice as one of the 2 demons that he said possessed the girl, spirits named Hitler and Nero. He forced the devil called Hitler to recite the prayer Hail Mary, Father Renz said, and it did it in a stutter, as though against its will, he recalled. Miss Michel is said to have refused to eat or drink and weighed only 70 pounds at the time of her death, which was diagnosed by doctors as a result of undernourishment and dehydration. Bishop Stengel is on vacation and has not reacted either to the television program or to the district attorney's investigation. The authorities say, however, that Miss Michelle had been treated by medical specialists between November 1973 and June 1975 and had been diagnosed as an epileptic. Aschaffenburg, West Germany, July 13. 2 Roman Catholic priests were charged with negligent homicide today in the death of Anneliese Michel, who underwent exorcism a year ago, the Aschaffenburg prosecutor announced. The 23-year-old woman's parents, Joseph and Anna Michel, were indicted on the same charge. The prosecutor, Karl Stenger, said at a news conference in this North Bavarian city, if convicted, the defendants could get 5 years in jail. The German priests, Ernst Alt and Wilhelm Renz, said they conducted the exorcism rites in a church-approved attempt to free Miss Michelle of demons after 4 years of medical treatment failed to cure her epilepsy. She had been an education student at the University of Wurzburg. She died July 1st, 1976 of undernourishment after several months of the exorcism rites conducted at her home in Klinenberg, 30 miles west of Wurzburg. During the rites, she refused food and medical help, and her weight dropped to 70 pounds before she died at home. The prosecutor said Miss Michelle's death could have been prevented if she had received medical help. He said the priests and her parents must have recognized that she was dying. Bishop Joseph Stengel of the Diocese of Wurzburg and a Jesuit priest, Adolf Rodwick of Frankfurt, 2 other churchmen under investigation in the case, were not indicted. Joseph Stengel approved the exorcism on the recommendation of Father Rodwick, an 82-year-old expert on the rite. The bishop also appointed the 2 priests, Fathers Alt and Renz, to carry it out. Mr. Stenger said the bishop and Father Rodwick had no direct contact with Miss Michelle or her parents during the exorcism and did not know that she was receiving medical treatment.
A longer time over the last couple of years that the experience has not been significantly different. Because on the other hand, if you think about the higher income households, they tend to have more debt. And this is a huge chunk of all of their expenditure.
Son las 6:30 de la mañana, las 5:30 en Canarias.
Las mañanas de Radio Nacional. Juan Ramón Lucas.
¿Es viernes?
Fiber. It's for different reasons. It's marketing for the hiring.
Amanece y no lo pide el turno.
Önemli bir görüşmeye ev sahipliği yaptı Cumhurbaşkanı.
I want you to tell me whether you remember what happened to you when you died. Just before you died and just after you died.
Days before I died, I went blind. Then I had an hemorrhage and I fell asleep and I died in a chair in the corner downstairs.
Bill, if you're there, would you answer me the following question? What have you done with Denise's 30p?
Headed down to the radio downstairs.
Sorry, Bill, can you say that again, please?
Headed down to the radio downstairs.
Right, Bill, I'll go and look. Thanks ever so much. Why can't Janet feel you?
I'm invisible.
You're invisible? Why are you invisible?
I'm a G-H-O-S-T.
Did any friends go with you?
Yes, all of them. All the dogs, 68 dogs.
And what have you got 68 dogs for?
So that they can protect me from you killing me. They can bite your head off.
How can we kill you, Bill?
You can shoot me off.
Now how can we shoot you if we can't see you, Bill?
By praying to God.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Bill.
By praying to God.
By praying to God. So, what you're saying is we could get rid of you by praying to God?
Yes.
Ja, aber die wenigste beten. Ja. Und in Kirche wird am allerwenigsten gebeten, weil die Herrn Pfarrer ja das für Unordnen hat. Ja. Fast. Ahnung. bin Hera. Ich bin der Dritte im Bunde. Sie müssen mit in die Scheißkassette. Und zwar mit allen dem Scheiß.
Und dann?
Und dann muss er den Gott bekannt geben. Wie. Und das soll er schreiben.
Priesterkonferenz. Und sie zusammen. Flüstern.
So, dass an die meisten Leute rankommt. Kapiert? Maul. Wie soll er am Maul halten? Die Schwester müsse in ihre Ordenskleidung gehen.
Noch mehr.
Nein. Der Papst muss Gehorsam geleistet werden.
Alles.
Wenn ihr das mache, müssen wieder auf den Konsul predigen, dass es mich gibt. Und das Volk nicht entführen. Ja! Es muss dem Volk bewusst gemacht werden. Die holländischen Bischöfe sind Ketzer. Heretiker. So. Sie sind Papst und räudig.
Alles zu sagen.
Willkommen seid alle wieder.
Alles sagen, was du mir zu sagen hast. Im Namen des Vaters und des Sohnes
Ich
und
sag
des Heiligen Geistes. Amen. Die Mutter Gottes wird dich dazu zwingen. Im Namen Jesu und im Namen Maria. Im Namen des Vaters und des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes. Amen. Im Namen des
Abtreibung.
Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes. Amen. Sage alles. Alles. Im Namen des Vaters und des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes. Amen.
Egal, ab welchem Monat abgetrieben wird.
Das wissen wir alle. Du hast noch nicht alles gesagt. Du musst jetzt alles sagen.
Dass die Kinder, die Embryos, nicht so anschauen muss.
Sage die Wahrheit.
Ja! Aber nicht so.
Vater der Lüge, sage die Wahrheit. Im Namen des Vaters und des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes.
Ja.
Sind aber glücklich.
Glauben daran